Protect yourself and your family from unexpected challenges. Consider accident-only income protection. Click the link in the description to find out more.
Boxing King Media in association with SaveMoreMoney.com. Shane McGuigan, a proud coach. You've had some epic nights with a lot of good fighters. Where does this rank?
Oh, it's a great night for us. It's only a stepping stone from Adam. You know what I mean? He's a European champion in 10 fights, but he's only going to get bigger and better fights. So it's going to be up there. But it's more just a great learning fight for him. I feel like he could have done a lot of things better. But this is just part of it. He's like what I see in the gym all the time. He's got that level of calm, and he just needs to be able to transfer that into the fights. He rushes his work a little bit, but he's 21 years of age. He won every single round of that contest, dropped him twice, hurt him badly, and that's a European champion. So it just shows you how talented he is. We just need to go and get a little bit more subtle when he's finishing people.
I saw beforehand when he was doing the warm-up, I think there's a shot that he told me to feint the right hand and load up with the left hook. And every time I did that, to be fair, I think he landed almost every time.
Yeah, we were working on things, but credit has to go towards Frank Petterjan, an extremely tough lad, like a ball of muscle in there, and rode the shots well. And he was hurt numerous times, even though it might not have been visibly hurt. But I could see, being so close up, I could see him shudder to his legs. But he's so fit, and he recovered very, very quickly. So when Adam just applied that consistent pressure, I think he dropped him in the 7th or 8th, I think, with a body shot, and then he went a bit gung-ho. He was loading up. He wasn't subtle with it, and as he actually got a bit more fatigued, he looked a lot classier and just a little bit more settled. And he just needs to get that level of calm when he's finishing someone, because one thing you can't train in the gym is you can't really train how to finish, because it's an instinctive thing. And also when someone's buzzed in the gym, you just don't finish them off. So these are great learning fights for him, and the fact of the matter is he's doing it live on Sky Sports. And all the eyeballs are on him, and he's only 21 years of age, so sky's the limit.
I heard from what he said, I think he's the quickest and the youngest ever to win the European title, and I think he also becomes the first British Pakistani to do it as well, so quite some achievements all in one night.
Exactly, it's an amazing, monumental night for him, especially where that little video clip where he was like 4 or 5 years of age, hitting the pads and saying, "I'm going to be world champion." Sky did a great job, because that just shows you where all these kids start, and everyone that's watching at home sees 36 minutes or less of boxing, but it's the hours and the years of dedication leading up to it, and the pressure on their shoulders, and when all their friends are going out partying or going out and playing other sports or having a laugh, they're dedicated to the sport, and that stuff that you just, that's what makes people champions. And I think Adam has done that in abundance, and he's been so disciplined for the years, and that's why he can reap the rewards, even though he's only 21. But it's hard years of graft.
Eric Poulsen is the next opponent. They've obviously done a face-off already. What do you know about him, and is he any better than the guy? I know he's previously lost to Petterjan as well.
He beat Petterjan, he beat Petterjan, and then he got stripped because he couldn't defend it, and then Petterjan won it, the vacant title. So it's definitely a step up, but I think it's another great learning fight. Take the European title away, Enoch Poulsen's a great fight for Adam Azim. He's someone that's tough and durable, and he'll have to be selective with his shots. I think he's going to be a lot braver than Petterjan. Petterjan, once he felt the power early, he was quite defensive and trying to survive. Told us his game plan afterwards. He said after 4 or 5 rounds, I thought you were going to be tired, but didn't realise how fit and the stamina that Adam had, and the consistent power. Normally fighters' power starts to dip and fade away, but he holds his power really well. He's extremely fit, so we didn't see a lot from Petterjan in the sense that he didn't really try and press it, but he knew that as soon as he was starting to open up, he was getting buzzed and hurt, and it was a little bit of a survivor's mentality, but he did extremely well to get through those 10 hard rounds. So Enoch Poulsen would be a different challenge. It'll be a little bit cleverer, a bit cuter. He was on the back foot a bit when he boxed Frank, but I just think it's take that mantle out of it in terms of the belt, it's just another great fight.
Last question on him. Obviously, the other title is a British title, which Dalton Smith has at the moment. I don't know what the situation is with him. I think an offer's gone into Harlem Eubank, but any aspirations to potentially chase that as well if he comes through against Eric Poulsen?
Yeah, I think Dalton Smith is, he's a very good little fighter. I think the two of them are going to go on to world honours. I just feel like that fight will materialise in time. Two different platforms, two different networks. Eddie will probably go on the attack and start saying, "Oh, I'm going to send an offer out to him," but most of the time they realise it's not a feasible offer. And it's the same thing with Ben Shalom. He could go and say, "Oh, I'll go and send an offer across," but really, I just believe those fights. I think a fight with Harlem Eubank's a great fight for Adam Azim, but I think a fight with Dalton Smith, I just believe he's got the potential, just like Adam, to go on to world honours. And I think what an amazing fight that would be to get a domestic fight at world level, especially in a really hot division like the 140 division.
Last thing when I speak to you, Shane, is I think it's pretty evident that Anthony Joshua has now moved on with Ben Davison. I just saw Ben put something up on Instagram earlier, a picture of him training Anthony Joshua, and then AJ put a clip up of him being trained by Ben the other day. Just what do you make of that move? Obviously, there's no official confirmation.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really have much of an opinion on it. I mean, it seems a bit strange. He's only had, I think, the one camp with Derek James. Was it one camp? No, he's had two fights. You need to build a rapport. You need to build a relationship with the coach, and Otto Wallin's he's just beat Gassev. He's not necessarily a great puncher or anything like that, but he's slippery and awkward. And I think you need to be building a relationship and working on specific things. And I know that there was a visa issue, I think, with AJ going back out there, and also Derek James had a issue with he was training Ryan Garcia, so there might have been a little standoff there. But I really think at this stage of AJ's career, he has to put the faith into somebody and stick with them, whether that be Ben Davison or whether that be Derek James. It's. It doesn't matter who he goes with. He just needs to go and dedicate himself and stop chopping and changing, and get himself settled and just believe in what originally got him there, and that's his athleticism and his punch power.
What do you make of Ben being the guy, if that is the case, being chosen to train AJ? Obviously, he has his own way of training and training methods. What do you make of that choice?
Trying to get a headline.
No, I'm not getting a headline. I just want your opinion.
Well, I just think I don't know how effective it will be. I think AJ is an overthinker. I think the more analysing and the more you break things down for him, I don't think that's necessarily a very good thing. I think you need to keep it not simple, not to say it's simplify things. You have to explain things and drill things, punching through the target, making sure he's in the right positions. When he is punching, when he is letting his hands go, he's sort of semi-hesitating with his head up in the air. The last couple of fights, he just doesn't believe a shot's going to land and go, and get the shot off. And there's just too much pausing and hesitating. And I don't know, I don't know if that's the right fit, but that remains to be seen. It doesn't necessarily mean that Derek James is the right fit. Who knows? Maybe it's somebody else. I don't know. It could have been bloody Rob McCracken for all we know. He got a lot of success out of him. So, but I just think overanalyzing not necessarily the best thing for an overthinker.
Thank you very much for that, Shane. Just for clarity, I just wanted your brutally honest opinion. I think we got that, but definitely didn't want headline. Shane McGuigan, congratulations on Adam Azim's win. Some more success for you, Jim. Thank you.
Have you ever been stranded on the side of a motorway with a broken down car? Like me, is that something that worries you? That's where motor breakdown insurance comes in. If your vehicle breaks down, a trained professional will be sent out to get you back on the road. Or if this is not possible within the specified time frame, to transport you to your home or to the nearest garage.